Rocksmith 2014 is an all-new product. We've rebuilt it from the ground up. We had a couple of key goals when we started out. It's no latency, no loading. You've seen the demo, so I can hopefully get you to vouch for it. You'll notice that the response times now playing the guitar are absolutely imperceptible. You'll also notice that there were no loading screens because loading has been cut. So those two things, you could argue whether they're features or not, but they're massive improvements. We then rebuilt the menus, so that now you have instant access to anything you want straight away. We make sure that you're not retuning all the time and concentrate on trying to give you the fastest, best experience. With lessons, we have over 85 on the disc, putting us at nearly 3 times the content of Rocksmith 1, teaching you from the absolute basics all the way through to extremely advanced techniques, or even tuning the guitar without a tuner. So you can take what you learned from Rocksmith 2014 away from the game and out into the park if you want to just go and play your guitar there. So those things are huge. Then when we look at songs, you'll notice now that we have a fantastic lineup of artists. Everyone from Aerosmith and Arctic Monkeys through to White Zombie, Slayer, Mastodon, Bob Dylan. Pretty much something for everyone. Oasis, personal favourite. So yes, I'm British. I like Oasis. What can you say? So what else can we tell you? We've really revamped the interface. We looked at where was it a little confusing, what wasn't quite right. So there's a couple of major things we did. One was we combined a bit more of classic tablature. So you'll see the note numbers come with the individual notes. So now instead of just having the spatial layout, you get to see, oh, that's the 9 or that's the 8. And you see those little numbers come with it. And that makes a huge, huge difference because now you can really sight read at incredible pace. You also see the bend tails, the tails that bend and they slide, and they show you exact time and exact positioning of how your fingers need to move as you're playing. Which again, you can't actually do that in tab. So here you see I hold that note and then I bend late, or even pre-bend, so you push into a certain position and then bring the note down. All that is now expressed through this very, very simple language, which is great for somebody who's already been playing for a while, or for somebody who's just starting out. And then we take things to a whole new level with Riff Repeater. It's instantly accessible anywhere in the game, anywhere where you're playing a song. You can just hit the space bar or a button on the controller, or even use your voice with Connect to be able to grab control, pick a section, pick the whole song, whatever you like. Change the difficulty, which is still granular. So it goes from 1 to 30 depending on which piece of the song it is. You can change the speed. You can change how many times you repeat a section, whether it levels up automatically, whether it speeds up automatically. You have full, total, instant control over the way you practice, over the way you learn, which you couldn't do with Rocksmith 1. So we have over 50 songs on the disc already, ranging from many, many great artists. But then we also have a library of over 200 songs that came from Rocksmith 1. If you've already purchased songs from Rocksmith, you can import them. So you'll still be able to keep using them. And they've all been upgraded to use the new tones, tone switching, which now happens automatically, or manually if you want to build your own tones, as well as all the new techniques and all the new interface features that we have, as well as things like the Learn a Song Hub, which you saw, which actually contains recommendations which look at the way you've performed on that song and help you learn it. So if you go into a song that contains a specific chord that you haven't seen before, it'll say, hey, look at this chord. Now you don't have to, that's up to you. But we give you the opportunity to see these things before you encounter them. So we talk about the range of players we have. We have the absolute beginner over on one side, all the way through to the expert. With Rocksmith 1, we missed the absolute beginner. Rocksmith 2014, we've really worked on that. You saw that our lessons are far more reactive. They act much more as a teacher. They look at the mistakes you make in the lesson, and then they show you what you're doing wrong and correct you and try to get you to do it right. That's kind of huge, as well as the having much greater content. Then in the songs, having total control. And then for the experts, or even intermediates, we teach you to jam. So we have a mode called Session Mode, which is a simulation of a live jam experience. This isn't just a backing track. This isn't just a drum machine. This reacts to the way you play. It is a virtual band, which you can't get anywhere else. It's just here in Rocksmith 2014. So now you've got your virtual musicians who sit with virtual instruments that you can set up exactly how you want to react to the way you play. And we'll also provide their own ideas and encourage you to solo and teach you how to do that. which is something I never thought I would be able to do. Actually, you didn't get to see me playing today, so you can believe me whether you like it or not. But you know, I can now go and play in solo and play the blues and play stuff with my virtual band, which is exactly the same as the real life skills I would need if I wanted to go and play with friends who may play other instruments or even play the bass because they learned with Rocksmith 2014. October 24th, I believe, in Europe, on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PC and Mac.